Hi everybody, this is Carla with Cobweb Corner. Thanks for joining me again. I hope you had a great week stitching. I have a few things I want to talk about today. I've got some designers that I want to share with you that I found at the Nashville market. And we also are going to have a giveaway at the end of the video, so stay tuned. I had most of my evenings free this week. My husband was gone on travel, so I did get a little bit of stitching done. Let me show you what I got. If you haven't followed my other videos, I've been working on Angel of Hearing with lavender and lace. I started this quite a few years ago, and thanks to FlossTube, I'm back to stitching. So this week I stitched this area right here, and now I'm back up here. I'm going to work the bodice and the other arm. So I'm hoping to get some more time this weekend to work on that. So that was really nice to get back to stitching again, and I completely thank FlossTube for the inspiration to get back at it. I don't want to just talk about stitching all the time, because one of the things that I really love about watching all the FlossTube videos is that people share about themselves and share some things that are important about themselves. So for some of my videos, I'm going to share one of my passions this year is trying to reduce my footprint with the planet. And I'm trying to do that. It's really hard and I'm not super good at it yet, but I'm trying to do it by reducing the amount of plastic that I use. So I want to share with you one of the things I bought a few months ago. One thing I don't like at all is Ziploc bags. They are so convenient and so easy. They fit, you can fit 200 of them in a small box and put them in your drawer, pull them out, put chips, a sandwich, stick them in your fridge, throw them away. I do try to wash them, especially the larger ones, but still I hate that they end up in the landfill. So I went to Amazon and looked for some options, and what I found were silicone Ziploc bags. And you can see they take up quite a bit of room storage-wise compared to your standard plastic bag, but they have a lot of benefits that I really like. You use them by just using this top, it slides on and off, just like that, and if it gets sticky or a little bit hard to slide, you just get it wet and it goes on real easy. You can make them completely airtight. They can go in the freezer, and they can go in the microwave, they can go in the dishwasher, and they can go in a pot of boiling water. So let's say that you freeze some soup. You can take it out of the freezer, put it right into a pot of boiling water, and heat your soup up. You got to be a little careful in the dishwasher that you get it separated. I usually wash mine by hand, and I really kind of work at it to make sure I get it clean. But to me, this is buying one and saving hundreds and hundreds over a lifetime. I bought a set of 5. This is a larger one. I think I got 2 large ones and 3 smaller ones, and they are a little bit expensive. I think I paid about $35, but this is my first thing I want to share with how I'm trying to reduce my footprint especially in the use of plastic. So have a long ways to go, but I'll share some other things that I'm doing. I want to share 2 new designers with you, new to me, that I found at the Nashville market. The first one is the Primitive Hare. The designer with the Primitive Hare is Isabella Abbiati, and she's from Italy, and we really enjoyed talking with her. When my daughter and I walked into her room at the trade show, we immediately thought, this is something really different. These are so unique. Not necessarily better, but different than anything else that was at the show. Her designs are very primitive, and one of the neatest things is that she makes her own fabric. Unfortunately, by the time we got there on the first day of the show, about 4:30 in the afternoon, she had already sold out of her fabrics. They are so unique. She has one where the background of the fabric is the American Constitution, and she had another one that had a honeycomb pattern on it, and then she does a lot of just hand-stained fabrics that she calls Old Salem, I believe. So let me share some of her designs with you. The first one is Melissa, and Melissa is just the queen bee. So you've got the honeycomb, the bees. She's got her crown on the top there. Really like that design. The next one is part of a series. This is called the Owl. This is stitched, I believe, I don't know if this is the Constitution material or not, but it's her own fabric. It's not included, and like I said, she was sold out, but I'm hoping to place an order through her. Everything comes from Italy, so I have to check on shipping and how that works. So let me know what you think of these designs and whether you'd be interested in the fabric. Sorry, my cats are playing. You guys, be nice. Other ones in this series that I didn't pick up were a fawn, baby deer, and a squirrel. I really like the squirrel too, but I love owls, and I think this one looks real mysterious. The next one is called Witchcraft, and this is another unique design, perfect for Halloween. It says, the wearer of this symbol will not lose the way even if the destination is not known. And also use the roots for lunar rituals and for expelling demons. So very, very unique design. The next one is Colonial Hare. I only have one copy of this. You get 3 designs. The women's stitching, or the female hare's stitching, facing left and right, and then the profile. And all of those were stitched again on her own fabric, but any antique style or hand-dyed fabric would work great for those. This one drew my daughter's eye right away as soon as we walked into the room. It is Miss Grimilda, and she's just a simple witch, but I don't know, she just, there was something different about her. In the sample we saw stitched at the show, her bodice, actually they used a small piece of ribbon to do the bodice and tied a bow, and that gave it a little bit of three-dimensional look, but the pattern just calls for floss. And down here I thought this was really neat the way they put the lace. Again, adds a little bit of depth to the pattern. Again, this is for the pattern only, but she was really unique. This chart we talked about with the designer for quite a while. This is called the Witches of Salem. And what it is a list of all the names of the men and women who were hung during the Salem witch trials. And what was interesting was that the designer said that she's actually had a number of people who were related to these people purchase this chart. I think it's a really unique way to remember the people that were persecuted during that time, and a very unique Halloween chart. So Witches of Salem. This one, always popular, is anything with Jane Eyre theme, and I really like the quote that's on this from her. It happens to be International Women's Day today, and the quote is, "I am no bird and no net ensnares me. I am a free human being with an independent will." So strong women everywhere. This is such a cool chart. This one is called Now and Then, and I've never seen anything like this. This chart is actually 2 patterns. You stitch the woman fully dressed, and you also stitch her skeleton. And the way that this is displayed is the skeleton part was framed, and then the woman fully dressed was stitched on 2 separate panels and placed over the skeleton, and then you lift each panel and you can see the skeleton underneath, and that is just like so cool. You know, it's a little primitive, a little dark, but very, very different, and I loved using the split panels to see both designs. Let me know what you think about that. I only picked up one of these. I'm hoping to order some more, and I just think that's the coolest chart ever. This is probably my favorite though. This is called the Black Pearl, and it is a mermaid with long flowing red hair on a swing, and she's just kind of glancing back over her shoulder. So you don't get very many like that where you just see the back of the mermaid, and she's kind of doing this shy, flirtatious look over her shoulder. I thought this was really, really a neat chart. So let me know what you think about the Primitive Hare. I've never had her charts in my shop before, and it was a lot of fun talking to the designer. The next one I want to share is also somebody we spent some time talking with, and the name of the company is Silver Creek Samplers, and the designer is Diane Grick, G-R-I-C-K. And she's a young woman who's been designing for quite a bit of time, and she's very, very passionate about her designs. We really enjoyed speaking with her. I also talked to her. She mentioned that a number of her charts, all of her charts are still available from her, but some of them have been discontinued by Hoffman Distributing, which is a large wholesale company that distributes cross-stitch charts. So they're a little bit harder to find. And I said, oh, that's perfect for Cobweb Corner because we're known for having charts that are a little bit more difficult to find. So I had her point out a number of charts that Hoffman had decided it wasn't going to carry anymore. And I picked up some of those. But I hope to order more of her standard charts and more that might be a little bit harder to find in the future. But let me start with the ones I did pick up. The first one is Star of Bethlehem. And it says, if you hitch your wagon to a star, be sure it's the Star of Bethlehem. And it also includes a second chart of a small ornament. And it's got baby Jesus in a wagon. I just think that's so cute. Obviously perfect for Christmas. But I think it would look adorable as a new baby gift or in a baby's room. The next one is called 47 Hearts, and there are 47 hearts in the design. And it says, 47 hearts are too few to hold the love I have for you. This would be a perfect anniversary gift, Valentine, obviously, and just an I love you. I think it would be a great gift for a daughter. And it would also make a nice wedding gift. So let me know what you think about that one. The next one is Hope of the Heart. And it's got a snowman with a pheasant. And it says, a friend is the hope of the heart. This one is Dove Song. And it says, I cooed him to sleep so he would not cry. And this again is a manger scene. Perfect for Christmas, but I also think it would look good in a baby's room or as a new baby gift. This one drew my eye right away when we walked into the room. It's called Sweet Liberty with T, spelled T-E-A with the teacup. And the top says, forever will be strong and free, sweet cup of liberty. And I think this is a great patriotic design that would look good in a kitchen or a dining room. This is another favorite of mine, and this one is one that has been discontinued by Hoffman, so I made sure to pick up quite a few of these. It's called Grimes' Ghost, and it says, old Grimes is dead. We ne'er shall see him more. 'Twas buried in a brown tweed coat, all buttoned to the floor. And on the chart here, the designer shows it with black buttons. The buttons are not included with the chart. She actually prints the chart with the stitching symbols for the buttons. But if you want to, you can follow her lead and put real black buttons there instead. And I think that would make a great Halloween chart. He's just so unique. One of my absolute favorites, I keep saying that about all the charts, but it's true, Through the Storms. And we talked about this chart with the designer for quite a while too. No relationship is all sunshine, but two people can share one umbrella and walk through the storms together. And she thought that this would make a great wedding gift, and I agree, because we all know that no marriage is perfect, but with love you can get through it, and the symbolism of sharing an umbrella through stormy times was just really meaningful. So I love the saying on this chart and the symbolism. The last one we've talked quite a bit to the designer about, and it's a memorial design that she created shortly after her mother passed away. So it was real emotional talking to her about this. It's got a daughter visiting at a mother's grave or a person's grave, It says, I love you just as much today as when you died and flew away. I'll not be sad nor shed a tear. Your memories will linger near. We'll meet again when life is done and soar away beyond the sun. And then she put her mother's initials here. And for her, she has 2 flowers, different colors, one representing her and one representing her sister. And I think this is just a stunning remembrance chart. So those are the 2 designers that I wanted to share with you. The other thing I want to share that we picked up at the market are new wooden needle minders. Whoops, see if we can get that in focus there. These are handmade in the United States, and they're made of birch wood. And they're, I don't know, 1.5 inches or so, 2 inches tall by 1.5 inches wide. We've got a number of them. They're just really nice and detailed. They're laser cut. Every single one is crafted by hand. We've got a cat, and I think this would make a great teacher gift, even if it's not used as a needle minder, just as a magnet. And I love this little penguin there. So you can look for those on our site too. Our needle minders, we have these wooden ones, then we have the stitch dot needle minders also. And there, if you go to our homepage, you'll see a category called needle minders and accessories. So that is it for what I wanted to share. Now for the giveaway. When we went to the market, each of us were given a cookbook. And the cookbook, let me read the inside. It says, this cookbook is a collection of recipes for stitchers who believe homemade is best. Inside you will find yummy recipes with personal notes, family stories, and small stitchable charts collected from celebrities in the needlework industry. So you've got some of your favorite designers and recipes from them. It's quite a number of pages. You can see there's some different projects in there. I didn't buy any of these to sell. We were given 1 free copy, and I am going to give that away. In order to sign up for the giveaway, I would like you to enter a comment below that says, I would love to win the cookbook. I'm going to let this go until the end of March. I don't have a lot of followers right now, and so I want to give it a little more time to open it up to multiple people. So on April 1st, I'll use a random number generator to choose the winner, and we'll post that in my next a video after that, and also try to contact or put a comment below to get a hold of the winner. So if you do put a comment saying you'd love to win the cookbook, make sure to stay tuned right around April 1st. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm having so much fun making them, and I'll post links to the designers on our website and to the needle minders. If you have any comments or any suggestions, I really would appreciate it, and I really appreciate that you're following and have watched this far. Have a great weekend and happy stitching.